After surviving serious injuries in Dhaka, Bangladesh, Tyler Rake has made an amazing recovery and is ready to lead his team on their next daring mission. Hello, and welcome to IM Movies. The movie begins with Rake being rescued from a riverbank in Bangladesh and taken to UAE Dubai for treatment. Tyler is in a coma, and the doctor proposes a threshold to Nick, but they refuse to abandon him. Later, a nurse discovers that Tyler is awake while cleaning him up. Nick is thrilled, and they start working on Tyler's full recovery. Meanwhile, in Georgia, Sarab, a drug and weapons dealer and leader of the Nagazi gang, receives news from his uncle that his brother David's prison sentence has been extended by 10 years. He's unhappy about it. Zurab invites the governor of the city, who gained power through the influence of the Nagazi gang, to his farm. The governor meets him there, and Zurab mentions that one of his prized bulls is sick and needs to be put down. They walk towards a man digging a pit while discussing the extension of David's sentence. Zurab talks about how his father always told him to protect his brother at all costs, and again mentions the sick bull. The governor is confused, but Zurab suddenly grabs a farm fork and fatally stabs the governor, while his gang members kill the governor's security team. Meanwhile, Tyler starts to heal and meets Yaz for the first time since his recovery. Tyler compliments Yaz's Valentino shirt, and they joke about almost unplugging his machine while he was in a coma. After Tyler fully recovers, Nick and Yaz give him a new home in a secluded area. Tyler is unsure about what to do next, and Yaz gives him some fun suggestions. Yaz promises to send Tyler a copy of his Valentino shirt, and Nick gives him a box containing everything they could find from his former residence, asking him to find the reason he made it back. Tyler starts living alone with his dog. Later, Yaz sends him the promised shirt. Back in the Georgian prison, David visits his family, who also live with him behind bars. His wife, Kedivin, Tyler's former sister-in-law, complains to him about the condition of the children living in the prison. David hits her in the face for complaining and tells her that he can raise the kids himself and that she wouldn't be missed. He then leaves. David's son, Sandro, wakes up to his mother's cry and comforts her. Meanwhile, Tyler gets home to meet a stranger named Alkad outside his house. Alkad offers him a job which he refuses at first, then reconsiders when he found out the person that needed to be saved was more like a family. Tyler's ex-wife, Mia, had sent Alkad to convince him to rescue her sister. Alkad tells Tyler about how David and his brother grew up in war and had become heartened by it. He tells him about their drug operations and how they had raised the Nagazi army. Tyler accepts the offer, and Alkad tells him the operation will take place in 6 weeks' time and advises him to keep a low profile during the extraction because of the warring gang in the prison. Tyler calls Nick to inform her about the new job. She thinks he's out of his mind, but Tyler reminds her of how she had told him to find the reason he made it back alive.
Yeah, you also told me to find the reason I fought my way back.
Immediately, Tyler begins to prepare himself for the mission. On the day of the extraction, one of the prison insiders, who is also a guard, prepares for the operation by turning off security cameras and marking directions on the wall for Tyler. Afterward, he opens a secret door for them to come in. Tyler gets down from the bus and hands over payment to the guard. The guard then turns off the light, giving Tyler 5 minutes to finish up the extraction. Tyler begins to follow the directions to the cell. Finally, he gets to cell 207 and opens it up. He found Kedivin and her kids. She wakes up her kids and tells them to remain quiet. Sandro asks about his father, but his mother lies to him that he was waiting for them outside. On their way out, Kedivin's little daughter drops her singing toy, but Tyler quickly steps on it to stop the sound. However, it was too late. One of the Nagazi men already heard the sound. He whistles a war call out to the others, and they all respond with violent sounds. The prison alarm goes off and they began to lock down. Tyler changes his route as security guards were already at his escape path. He gets into a cell filled with prisoners, and they try to attack him, but he fought them off and blows another door open leading to another cell. Tyler finally leads them to a tunnel. He finds an opening that Yaz had told him about and then lifts the kids into it. As he was about to lift Kedivin, David hits him with a wrench, and they both begin to fight. Kedivin tried to intervene, but David hit her with the wrench. During the fight, Tyler splits David's palm into 2 parts and stabs him in the neck. Then, Kedivin hits him with a shovel, killing him. At this point, escaping through the opening becomes impossible as several prisoners rush toward them. So Tyler asks Nick to meet them at an alternative escape route. In the prison, several response teams have been deployed to quell the ongoing riot. However, the bloodthirsty prisoners overwhelm the security guards as the riot escalates. Tyler and Kedivin reach the prison yard, where they encounter violent attacks. Tyler asks Yaz if there is an alternative route, but Yaz says there isn't. Despite the challenges, Tyler and Kedivin fight their way through the riot. At one point, a prisoner tries to assault Kedivin, but Tyler quickly intervenes and kills him with a dumbbell. They make their way toward the door, and Nick blasts it open with explosives. On the way out, Yaz informs Tyler that the Nagazi army is en route, and they all begin to move. As they hit the road, Zurab's men arrive, leading to a fierce gun battle. During the shootout, Tyler's team manages to disable the Nagazi cars, but more men on motorcycles and military-grade UTVs join the fray. The Nagazis attempt to blow up Tyler's team's SUVs and continue firing at them, but Tyler and Nick skillfully evade their attacks. Eventually, they arrive at a factory. However, as they drive in, a person on a UTV shoots at Tyler's SUV, causing it to crash. Nick and Yaz quickly turn their SUV around to rescue them. They manage to escape the crashed SUV, but the little girl is now injured. They continue their escape on foot as the Nagazi army relentlessly pursues them. Finally, they reach their escape train, and Tyler promptly tends to the little girl's wounds. However, the Nagazis arrive with military-grade helicopters and launch an attack. Tyler leaves to retrieve a more powerful machine gun and fights back. He successfully brings down the first helicopter, but another one arrives, leading to a prolonged gun battle. Tyler narrowly avoids getting hit, but falls back into the train. The Nagazi men descend from the helicopter onto the train and launch a full-scale assault on Tyler's team. Two of the men attempt to halt the train, reaching the engine room where Nick awaits. She fights them off, killing one of them quickly. Meanwhile, another team of 3 Nagazis forcefully enters the train and engages in a duel and gunfight with Tyler, who swiftly eliminates them all. Afterward, Tyler calls out for Nick, but she doesn't respond, so he rushes to check on her. When Tyler arrives, he finds her wounded but still in good shape. He then notices the second helicopter in front of the train and quickly takes cover as they start shooting. Tyler asks Nick to provide cover while he climbs to the top of the train to fight back. He successfully takes down the helicopter. Tyler then instructs Nick to stop the train as they are nearing the end of the line. Nick informs him that the brakes are out and struggles to fix them. Tyler urgently contacts Yaz on the phone, asking him to ensure the safety of the family, and together with Nick, he rushes back to them. Shortly after, the train crashes. Meanwhile, Zurab and his uncle arrive at an airbase to meet with the rest of the Nagazi gang. They mourn David's death and try to figure out who might have attacked him. Tyler's men arrive at the crash site and assist them in getting out of the wreckage. However, Sandro refuses to leave without his father. His mother explains to him that his father won't be coming with them, and he realizes that his father is dead. Sandro blames Tyler for his father's death, and they leave in a boat. Zurab mourns his brother's body, recalling the beatings he endured from his father when he failed to protect David during their childhood. Meanwhile, Tyler and the rest of the team board a plane bound for Vienna. Yaz makes a call to arrange for medical treatment for the little girl, and then he leaves his phone on the table. He notices Sandro and asks if he needs anything. Sandro says he's hungry, and Yaz goes to get him something to eat. While Yaz is away, Sandro picks up the phone and calls Zurab, providing him with information about their next location. Upon landing, Yaz begins to prepare passports for the family, and the little girl receives medical treatment. Later, Sandro confronts Tyler about his father's death, and Tyler tries to explain the situation to him. Sandro eventually apologizes and informs Tyler that the Nagazi army is coming. Just then, they hear the sound of helicopters approaching. Tyler orders his team to prepare to move, but it's too late as the Nagazi army surrounds the building. As they prepare to drive out, Sandro runs away to meet his uncle, and Yaz goes after him. The rest of the team tries to escape, but they are confronted by Nagazi men, leading to a fierce gun battle. While Sandro continues to run, his uncle arrives, and Sandro finds himself torn between Yaz and his uncle. He must decide on which side to choose. Meanwhile, Nick arrives in an SUV, and Sandro runs to join his uncle. However, the SUV is hit by an RPG, causing it to overturn. Yaz manages to rescue Nick. The Nagazi army eliminates all the police response teams approaching the building. Yaz informs Nick that they will head to the top of the building and promises to join them there. While in the car, Sandro asks his granduncle if Zurab is going to kill his mother. His granduncle tells him that if he wanted her alive, he shouldn't have called, and Sandro immediately regrets his actions. The gun battle continues as the Nagazi army pours in from all angles. Nick gets into a fight with one of the Nagazis, and they both fall onto a glass roof, slightly unconscious. They begin to slide down, but Tyler notices and saves Nick while hanging with one hand. Zurab approaches them and shoots at Tyler's hands, but he doesn't let go. As Zurab is about to take another shot, Nick shoots at the glass, causing Zurab to fall through and hang in the air. Tyler throws Nick through the glass pane while he and Zurab struggle to get back on top. They continue to fight until Zurab falls through the glass pane to the floor. Tyler and the rest of the team rush to the top of the building to board a helicopter that is waiting for them. Yaz is the last one behind. He drops a gas canister and rushes to get on board, but Zurab shoots him from behind. Tyler rushes over to help Yaz, and they all leave together. Yaz dies on the helicopter, and Nick cries bitterly. That night, Mia pays a visit to Tyler's place. She meets her sister and niece and hugs them. Mia appreciates Tyler for saving her sister, and they both talk about the circumstances surrounding the death of their son. Later, Zurab calls Tyler and tells him he can't get on his plane without killing him.
I could never live my life knowing you're still around.
Tyler asks for his location, and they both agree to meet at an abandoned church. Tyler tells him he's not coming to negotiate and immediately packs his gear. Meanwhile, Zurab prepares a bomb suit to put on Sandro. When Tyler arrives at the location, he blows up all the vehicles in the area. Zurab escapes through the back and runs to the church. Tyler fights one of Zurab's men before heading to the church. Tyler arrives at the church bleeding, and Zurab threatens to blow up Sandro. Tyler asks him to leave Sandro out of it. Zurab commands Sandro to take Tyler's gun and shoot him in the head, but Sandro can't do it. Zurab is disappointed and decides to kill Tyler himself, but Nick arrives in time, and Zurab quickly grabs Sandro by the neck, taking him hostage. Zurab asks Nick to drop her gun and tells her that Sandro will die if she attempts to kill him. She drops her gun, and Tyler immediately signals Sandro to fight Zurab. Sandro fights him, and Nick shoots at him several times while Tyler fights him to the ground. They continue to fight using any objects they can find. Zurab gets up after being knocked to the ground and reaches for his gun. However, Tyler finds a huge nail and stabs Zurab multiple times. Afterward, they both lie side by side, and Zurab says, "I will not stop."
I will not stop.
So Tyler shoots him in the head. The police arrive shortly and arrest them. While in prison, Mia visits Tyler to give him an update on the situation. She tells him about how their son wanted to be brave like him. Later, Tyler is taken to meet Alcott, and they strike a deal to get them out of prison. And so the story of Tyler Rake and his team continues, a tale of resilience, loyalty, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Their journey is fraught with danger, but their spirit remains unyielding as they march forward, ready to confront whatever awaits them on their path. And that's the end of this recap. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more. Thanks for watching, and see you at the next one.